Let's go terrestrial.
Alright guys, so here we have the cable to hydro conversion kit from Hush Performance. Sorry about the dog barking in the background, my neighbors don't know how to control it. But yeah, so this is the cable to hydro conversion kit. This is the bracket that bolts to your OEM pedal assembly. I got the Willwood sleeve to come with it. And then I ordered the billet reservoir for the clutch. And there's the lines here. And this is the hose for the reservoir. I am going to go downstairs and show you how I took apart the pedal assembly. I do have the pedal assembly already on my dresser. Go over there now and show you guys. Have the pedal assembly here. It's pretty simple actually. There's going to be one bolt up here. So if you're looking at it inside the car, there's going to be a bolt here. There's going to be a bolt here, which is on top. You're going to have to look up and it's going to be up top. God, the dog just never stops barking. And then there's going to be a bolt here, or nut. It's going to be two nuts and then one bolt going up. So I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs and I'm going to show you exactly where those spots and locations are so you can take them off. And then I'll get back up here and I'll tell you the size tools you need. And yeah, we'll just go on from there. So be right back. Alright, excuse me guys, but I am in my socks. Don't mind me. Alright, we do got a bright old light here, which come in handy. I'll probably bring that upstairs while I record a video. Alright, so pretty much there's gonna be a bolt right here, like a stud sticking out from your firewall. So you're gonna go ahead and take off this one. You're gonna have one up here, the top left corner, and then you're gonna have a bolt right, or not a bolt, yeah, a bolt that's gonna screw in right there at the top. So just look up and you'll be able to get that there. So pretty much once you do all that, you're gonna go ahead and just drop your pedal assembly to, I dropped mine over to the left side and I kind of like rotated it over. I did already have this stuff gutted out of my car and I did save it all just so I could show you guys exactly what pieces it was, which if you look like over here, you will see there's nothing in there. I did actually remove the bolts for my fuse box just to help out clearance wise, like reaching over here, grabbing things, and you know, just easy shit. And for that to undo is a bolt or a nut there, and then there should be a nut right there as well. So you take those two nuts off and this just comes right down. So there's going to also be on the pedal assembly a plug right here that just plugs right in. You're gonna go ahead and unclip that and pull it back, and then your pedal assembly should just drop right out. That's after you get everything else disconnected. So once you guys have all that disconnected and everything's out, pretty much it's all, the rest of the video will be what I'm about to show you. And then all this is pretty much what you're gonna need to take out, what they mean by the AC vents and pieces. These are the pieces that you're gonna need to take out. These actually have been out of my car, so just go like that pretty much. And I don't have AC in my car, and I haven't had AC in my car, so I don't really need those. But yeah, those are the pieces right there that we're talking about, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back upstairs and get started on this. Alright guys, so I am upstairs and here's the pedal assembly. I'm trying to get it all back. I'm using a GoPro chest mount, so that way I could be hands-on and show you guys and still record. But this is from a 90 CRX, 89 to 91 should pretty much be similar to this. Throttle, brake, clutch, you guys see it. I'm not gonna really do too much explaining on that. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. You're gonna pretty much need a 14, a 12, and I just have an adjustable just in case, you know, for whatever, it come in handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by removing my clutch safety switch. We don't really need that on there as of right now, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I did crack these loose only because it is a kind of a pain in the ass to do. So you're gonna want to go ahead and remove your clutch bolt. Nut. You're gonna go ahead and remove the clutch nut, and then you're gonna go ahead and remove your brake nut. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a time-lapse video just to ease up the video and make it a little bit faster. So go ahead and remove these 2 bolts. I'll make a video now and get back with you guys. Alright, so once you go ahead and get these nuts off here, there's one there and there's one here, and there's gonna be a washer for the bottom one for the clutch side. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is pretty much install this nut here, brake nut, onto the original threads where it goes, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on here. So this here is the hydro bracket. I'm sorry, I'm a little not thinking right now. It does have a little wedge in here, which I thought was pretty cool, because on here, if you can see this, it actually clears that. So once you put that on, it pretty much just clears it, you know, and gives you that room. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the nut on the back side of here. Sorry if the angle's a little bad. You guys are gonna have to work with me. It's better than me trying to do things one-handed. All right, so now that I got it on, I'll go ahead and show you guys. So pretty much you're gonna see it here. So that's gonna go ahead and tighten that down. I'm gonna go ahead and just put everything on snug and tighten it up in a time lapse. So pretty much go ahead and put that on there like that. Down here, all right, so down here we're gonna have this. This is gonna have a bracket. So pretty much you put this bracket onto here. All right, it's gonna go like that. You're gonna put your pieces on it like this. Correct. And you're gonna be able to adjust it. Don't want to go too tight. Then you're going to give you these bolts and washers. You go ahead and pretty much install these onto there, like so. Go ahead and tighten those down. And I believe these are a 12, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second. They might either be a 12 or a 13. I'm not too sure. Let me see. Yeah, so these are going to be a 13. They have a 13 wrench up here with me. So you're going to need a 13 as well. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and do these. Right. All right, so I am going to go ahead and do a time-lapse video, me tightening everything down. That way you guys know it's all tightened down. And get right back. Alright, so once you get everything all tightened down, it should look like this. That tighten, these tighten, that tighten, everything should sit pretty much flush. Really flush. Alright, and one thing I am going to give a heads up on, you are going to need a drill. I did actually just now remember that they did require a drill for the master for this piece here. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it and pretty much show you how it needs to be, but I will have to cut the video here in a second, and I'm gonna have to go get a drill, and I probably won't be back till tomorrow to end up doing this, but you guys won't know. So yeah, pretty much we're gonna go ahead and install this piece now. So this is the master. So pretty much this just goes here as so. So we're gonna go ahead and put a nut and bolt on both of these. Sorry if I'm getting bad angles. We're gonna go ahead and put them through the bottom like so. Go ahead and put this there. Boom, boom. All right. I did forget to mention that, I'm sorry too. You're gonna need like a 5/16 bit drill bit. They required actually, all right, so leave this a little loose. That's what they were saying. All right, so we got one on. Excuse me, drinking Dr. Pepper. You guys know how that goes. All right, and then there's gonna be another hole right about there. You could just flip it like this. Ta-da! I can't say that yet. Put that bolt on the back. Put the nut on. All right. So now that that's on there, it's pretty much snugged on. You don't want it tight, they say, so you can adjust pretty much. Make sure everything's there so you can adjust it. Make sure that the shaft to this is pretty much really straight, or as straight as you can get it, like they say. All right, so pretty much they require for you to drill a hole, let's say like right about here, 5/16 bit, so it's right under the actual piece where this would need to go. So you're gonna have to end up drilling it right about here. Boom. After about 5 minutes of drilling, got the hole drilled. Might as well go ahead and add that into the video. All right, so now that we got the hole drilled right here into pretty much where I think is pretty much centered onto how I planned. So you're gonna want to go ahead and line this up. You're going to have to adjust it. So we'll go ahead and grab this by my hand, give it a few little turns. That might be too much. Always fix it. As you can see, it is a little bit too much. Go ahead and do one turn in. And it's about one more turn. That's about perfect right there, as you can see. All right, so now pretty much what they were saying was you can put about 1 spacer, 2 spacers onto the actual bolt that goes through here if you need to. I'm gonna put 1 on the outside just to have 1. There's no point to really put 2. I'll go ahead and start off with one washer just to see how even it is, and if we need to add another one, we will. So that's pretty much how that goes there. We got 1 washer on that side. The washers are going to be to space it. That way you can tell if this is straight with that. So pretty much what I am going to do. Wow, that actually looks pretty straight as is already. Might not even have to add another one onto there. So pretty much you're just gonna want to look down the center of this, make sure that's really even and straight. Go ahead and tighten that up. All right, and it does say to leave these loose, that way you can adjust it. I'm gonna go ahead and break them loose a little bit. Yeah, that's actually pretty even right there. Wow, first go, pretty even, not too bad. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tighten those up. I don't really think I'm going to add a washer onto there. We'll do it for the heck of it, just because I have extras. So go ahead and add a washer onto there, so I have one. So pretty much, this is how this looks. This is actually really even to how I thought it would. So that's all even with this, pretty much flush. I don't know if you see it, really even. You leave these loose, that way you can adjust it if you need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it to about right here. I'm gonna adjust this and tighten that down just a bit, like so. And then we got pretty even one. So now I'm gonna show you what to do next. All right, so pretty much what you're gonna be doing now. I did end up, let me go ahead and say, I added 1 more washer onto here. All right, so pretty much what you're gonna be doing now is lining this rod right here, pretty much, my bad. This rod here, pretty much perfectly with this. So you're gonna be doing a couple little adjustments. You want it as perfect as you can get it. So I've been going ahead and doing a couple adjustments myself, making sure it's as straight as I can get it. And from what I can see right now, it's actually really good. So once you're pretty much happy with how straight it is and or how you want it, you're gonna want to go ahead and tighten it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down just snug. I'm not gonna do it real tight, only because I'm not really finished. Wrong way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up. That was a little tight. All right, loosen that up a bit. Go ahead and adjust this just a little bit, only because it needs it. All right, So that should be good right around there. I did adjust a little bit myself to feel it, and I feel like that will get the trick done. So yeah, so pretty much that's what you're gonna need to do. All right, yeah, feels a little better. So pretty much what you're gonna need to do is get that nice and straight. Once you get all that perfect, then this setup is pretty much complete. And from this point on, I'll show you what else you gotta do. All right, now that you got everything down to your liking and how you want it, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on because we do need this. Give me 1 second. So pretty much you're gonna be installing the lines. So you're gonna go ahead and install your clutch lines. All right, give me a second. I just wanna get these on there. That way I have it on there. Now don't forget when I'm going downstairs to show you guys the rest. All right, so go ahead now. You're gonna want to put your lines on. I'm gonna angle this over just a bit and I'll show you guys why in a little, but you wanna go ahead and put your clutch lines on. That way you have them on for when they're in the car, because there's not that much room under the dash. It is a CRX or EF wagon, whatever you guys are working on. So pretty much go ahead and get the lines on installed now. That way you don't have to worry about it when you're under the dash. And then we have this hose here for the reservoir. You're gonna, before I make the mistake, go ahead and slip this on. All right, like so. And then you're gonna wanna go ahead and tighten this down. I'm not gonna tighten it down right this second, but when I get outside to the car, I will tighten it down. Pretty much go ahead and add all this together for when you get it under the car, inside, installed and everything. You won't have to really worry about doing it under the dash. I might have to do this one under the dash and push my hands up in there because it already has this fitting installed, which isn't a big deal, but I'd rather have one on there, you know, that way it's out of the way. But yeah, so pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs and start the install from the inside of the car, and we'll go on from there. All right, y'all, so we're downstairs now. I got this down here. I did end up actually taking both the lines off, certain reasons, only because before I do tighten down anything and actually do it, I kind of want to just put this in here and mock everything up, see how it's gonna look. That's pretty snug, as long as it's not gonna do anything. I don't have a chest mount nor a head mount, so we're just gonna go ahead and hopefully the angles aren't as bad as I'm thinking they're about to be, because it's going to be kind of hard to record while I'm putting in and installing this thing inside here. Alright, so go ahead and get down here. Let me remove the bolts that I don't need. So these two bolts can go aside because these are the bolts for, not bolts, let me start correcting myself, the nuts for the fuse box. So we're going to go ahead and set these, put them down here, out of the way. Correct. All right, so now we got our light in here, which this is gonna help me out a ton because I'm always using my phone light. All right, I could probably put my phone down somewhere, kind of be a pain in the ass to we won't do it. All right, so pretty much what I'm gonna be doing as of right now is I'm gonna go ahead and install this into my firewall, onto my firewall, pretty much like so. Put it on the spots I told you guys. There's one there, and then there's one over here, right there, point of my finger, and then there's one up top as well that you got to screw in. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to install this. Once I get the pedal assembly installed, I'll show you where the bolts and nuts go, and then I will get back to you guys right when I got this thing installed in the car. Alright, I don't have everything bolted up. I just have it sitting in there just to show you guys a couple things real quick. So I am going to be putting on the hoses. I just wanted to install this just to pretty much see if I was gonna actually have to. So I'm going to put on the hoses, both of them, and run them to the bottom pretty much as I'm putting this on there. So you're gonna have to go ahead and tighten everything up like I said in the first place. Yeah, so go ahead and do that, and everything else pretty much bolts up pretty nice. Actually everything looks pretty good in there, so not having any issues. So we're gonna go ahead and take this back off and get everything snugged, and I'll get back to you when I have that all complete. Hopefully it focuses. Let me zoom in. I got that line connected, got this hose ran, and I got the hose over here for now. I am gonna drill a hole in my firewall. I'll show you guys why right now. Actually, I'll go ahead and turn this light off. Pretty much done after this till tomorrow to continue on with the video. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm gonna drill a hole in my firewall. They give you this piece here. So pretty much I'm gonna just drill another hole and move this motor out of here. Rear wheel drive setup. Just kidding. So pretty much I'm gonna be drilling a hole, not right here, but maybe like right around here or maybe up here somewhere. And I'll be putting this pretty much through here like that. And I'll be putting this, there's a dishwasher right here. I'll put that on the inside of the car and pretty much have this sticking through. So this hose is just gonna stick out like this. It's gonna come around to my transmission and hook up to my tranny, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for tonight, and then tomorrow I'll get back and have a hole drilled, ready for this to get installed, and yeah, you guys will see. What's up guys, we're back. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where I am going to drill a hole. I did read up on the paper and followed up on exactly where I need to drill it. So it's not right here, and I'm not gonna do it right here. They actually say to drill in between right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this in the middle, and I'll show you from in the inside of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the sound deadening stuff, this stuff right here. I'm gonna cut a nice piece out, that way it's around this and it's cleared out of the way. So you're gonna need about a 3/8 drill bit, that way you could drill right through here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go inside now. I'll show you where exactly this is. I was in here earlier tightening down everything, got everything all tightened down, snug, everything's in place. All right, so you're going to, it's gonna be right around here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this with a knife. Oh, let me get these wires out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut right around here with a knife, and I believe the spot's like right above my pointer finger. So I'm gonna cut out a nice little square or something, and I'll show you guys how it looks after I get this cut out and a hole drilled through the firewall. So I'll go ahead and be right back with another update. All right guys, so I went ahead and I drilled out the hole. I didn't have a 3/8 bit, so I did drill a hole a little bit bigger. No big deal. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So they're gonna give you these fittings here. Pretty much you're gonna slip this on through there. It's gonna sit in your firewall like this pretty much. So it sits on there pretty good. So pretty much you're gonna have the fitting here. You're gonna go on the back side, you're gonna grab your washer, and then you're gonna grab the actual other nut, and you're gonna tighten this down pretty tight. I don't have another person with me to help me out. It would probably be good if you had somebody else with you to help you, but I'll manage to tighten that and get it on there how I need to. So go ahead, tighten that down, drill a hole out. That's your fitting pretty much how it's gonna go. So let me show you what the clutch line. Clutch line is pretty much gonna hook up to there, boom, and then you're gonna be able to run your clutch line from here to around your motor to your transmission. So it's actually pretty simple on the setup. Let me go ahead and go on the inside of the car and I'll show you how that looks. All right, so we're on the inside now. And I gotta get down. So there's a little black fitting there. Pretty much you're gonna go ahead and put the washer and the nut right there and tighten that down. And you're gonna go ahead and just make sure it's pretty nice and tight and snug. And you're gonna hook up your other clutch line right onto that, which would be pretty simple to do. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point onto there. So pretty much just hook up the line and then go ahead and tuck this line out of the way somewhere. That way it's not in your way. and it's not bugging your foot while you're using your throttle and doing throttle and whatnot. But yeah, so pretty much, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it for this whole setup. Other than I'm gonna have to drill a hole in my firewall here for the reservoir, which I might as well go ahead and do a little video on that. So pretty much you're gonna have to remove this whole wiper cowling, and I'll go ahead and get this removed, and I'll go ahead and show you guys pretty much. So alright guys, so I did go ahead and get this wiper cowling off. I was gonna show you, this is how the line looks once it's ran through your firewall. I just have it tucked off to the side for now, but I am gonna go ahead and mark a spot where I can drill a hole. That way I can drill a hole for the reservoir, and once I get the reservoir, the hole drilled for it, I'll go ahead and make a video of me pretty much just bolting it up and how it looks with that after finish. So go ahead, give me a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. Alright, so we got the hole drilled and we have the bracket mounted up. We just have it on the back side of here. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. We just have the nut right here. Alright, then we got the bracket there. I did cut my finger pretty nice, so I put some tape on it. A new spot that I am running the hose, which they do recommend to run it through here, or you can run it down right around in here, but I figured I'd run it through here and make it a little cleaner, less of a hose look. So it actually came out pretty good. All I gotta do now is mount this bolt up, or put this bolt on, which I'll go ahead and do that now actually, just so you guys can pretty much get an idea of what's going on with it. So I have the reservoir pretty much mounted up. All I have to do now is go on the inside of the car and cut the rest of the line off that I don't need. But yeah, check this out, it's actually pretty sick. That's the new reservoir for my clutch. Everything's good. I can't even twist it because my finger's beating pretty hard. But yeah, you guys get the point. It's a reservoir now. So damn shiny, can't even show you how it looks. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I hope it helped out a bunch of you guys, and if you guys do have any kind of questions at all regarding to any of the stuff that I did, or just anything in general with the kit, just text me, give me a shout, and I will try to help you out as best as I could. But yeah, this looks pretty good. It's the clutch line here and the new reservoir. So hope you guys, or hope the video helped you guys in any kind of way. Like I said, if you need any help, I'm pretty open, so just give me a text on Instagram or drop a comment or something. But yeah, it's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this all up because it is a mess. Thanks for watching the video. Just drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good one.